And Harold, since we are getting into the holidays, and you said you just got back from vacation, for those in our audience who have upcoming trips planned, how should they be thinking about handling their portfolios while they're on vacation? What did you do? Do you have any words of advice?
Yeah, so number one, I reduced the number of holdings that I had going into my vacation. And I did the same thing earlier this year when I went on vacation back in January. I just drastically reduced the number of my holdings. And then I had my stops in place. I only had two longs. I had NVIDIA and CWCO, I think is a ticker, a water desaliz- desalinization. So I had my stop for NVIDIA, yeah, CWCO. So I had the stop for this stock at, you see the 2760, so right at the bottom of the base for this stock. And then for NVIDIA, it was the gap up. So the gap
Mhm.
of, yeah, right there. So that's where I had my stop into this because I got into this back in May. And then I had
Mhm.
did had a cou I had Service Now, which I just closed that out. I had that, but this is risk defined, so I wasn't concerned about it. It was, up pretty nicely when I got back. I saw that it was up 40, it was up 40, I think it was 44% when I closed it out this morning. So I might
Your
put another
option
trade on.
trade.
Yeah, it was an option
Yeah.
trade. I had a debit spread on this here, and it's still in the buy range, so I might look at it and put another trade on it. So,
Okay. And we will get
Do you put
to,
stops on your option trades? I mean, even if they're risk
yeah,
defined, you know you're not going to lose more than a certain amount, but
right.
you have like a stop loss for those that you put in.
Yeah, I do sometimes, but in this situation, it was a debit spread where I already knew what my risk is, and I just let it go. I did take a peek at it during the week a couple times, so acting pretty well. So I wasn't concerned about doing anything with it. But again, it was a risk-defined trade. I go in with the mindset that if this trade just collapses, I already know what my risk is and it's not a major, it's not a big hit to my portfolio. So that's my and whether I'm going on vacation or not, that's my mindset going into a trade as far as options are concerned.
What about the flip side? Do you put stops in for profit taking? Like, oh, if I'm on vacation and it hits this level, 50% profit or whatever,
Yeah,
do you have those stops in or?
I will do that. Now I didn't do so with Service Now because I was able to check it a couple times because I was on a cruise and we stopped in San Francisco and we stopped in San Diego. So a couple of days I was on land where I was able to check it. So I didn't have any kind of stops in place for my option trades or profit targets either.